Listen, not with ears, but with the kind of attention the sea deserves. Beneath this glassy skin, echoes of people and places wait like sediment. Some echoes are loud, the crash of storms. Others are subtle, a footprint turned fossil. We follow them not to prove legend, but to read the sea's record. Every sonar ping, every brush on an artifact, becomes a line in a submerged diary. Echoes are maps of weather, of people, of sudden losses that changed coastlines. We start where the sound is clearest, in places where water has kept its stories intact. Welcome to the echo chambers of the sea. Coasts were busy places, ports, market streets, places where the world met the sea. When the water rose, it took everything that sat too close to its edge. Archaeologists read these edges like chapters: dock, market, home. In some places, the sea chose to keep the whole street. Pavements become reefs, shops become reefs. Life returns in another shape. We listen to layers: organic, human, geologic, each with a different tempo. Some traces are sudden: a storm, a tsunami, a single night that rewrote a coastline. Other changes creep: sea level, slow and silent, a century at a time. We read these motions like weathered handwriting. Echoes here are human-sized tools, pottery, the small things that show a life once ordinary. Some echoes are metal and timber ships that met salt and storm. Wrecks speak in shapes: a broken mast, a scattered cargo, a bell swallowed by coral. Each object inside is a note: a chest, a clay amphora, a soldier's buckle. Underwater, time rearranges. Where cargo spilled, reefs will bloom. Divers approach with care, not only to document, but to listen. Every scrape of the brush uncovers a letter in a long-forgotten message. Sometimes the sea keeps small things as if in a shrine. Wrecks are more than wreckage, they are time capsules, speaking of trade and sorrow. We let the sea tell its own story, careful, patient, without hurry. Acoustic surveys translate echoes into maps, lines of the past drawn by sound. And those maps lead us to places where human and ocean histories overlap. Here, echoes of storms, trade routes, and sudden calamity converge. Sound moves differently down here, slower, deeper, bending through layers of memory. Each echo returns, carrying stories from stones and ship ribs alike. In the language of sonar, distance becomes depth, and silence becomes data. To study echoes is to study how sound finds its way home. Some echoes strike stone and vanish, others return changed, carrying a memory of what they touched. That change is the voice of the seafloor itself. Scientists call it reflection, poets might call it remembrance. Each returning pulse maps not only shape, but time. A ridge becomes a voice print, a ruin becomes a whisper. Echoes turn space into story. And in those ripples, the sea records its own autobiography. Every scientist who listens becomes part of that recording. The sea keeps not only artifacts, but climate frozen in layers of silt. Carbon, pollen, ash all speak in whispers of eras long drowned. Each layer an echo of atmosphere. When we read them, we read our own weathered future. Echoes aren't only sounds, they're patterns repeating in nature's breath. From coral bleaching to shifting tides, the ocean mirrors every heartbeat above. Echoes tell us what we do on land returns in waves. The ocean remembers everything, kindness and cruelty alike. But it also forgives, in the way all vast things forgive, by renewal. Every echo fades, but the pattern remains. That pattern is what binds all seas, all ages. Echoes beneath the waves are not ghosts, they are guidance. When a diver breathes, the ocean replies, a conversation older than speech. Our heartbeat becomes part of its pulse. Every exploration is a reunion. The ocean echoes not to be found, but to remind us we were never separate. Each breath we take completes an echo that began before humans had names. And in that echo, the ocean calls us home. Water never forgets. It only changes form, from rain to wave, from wave to whisper. Every droplet that touches your skin has traveled 1,000,000 miles. It has seen mountains fall, forests drown, and stars reflected in still tide pools. What we call the sea is only the surface of its memory. Beneath, the true ocean begins, where sound carries the weight of centuries. Listen long enough, and you can almost hear the first rain of earth. We came searching for ancient echoes. Instead, we found ourselves. Because to study the ocean is to remember what it means to breathe. Every ending dissolves into the next tide, and the echo continues. Blue Genesis Ocean, where memory becomes movement.